So, my 2021 R1 by Yamaha. This thing is a beast. I mean, granted, I haven't ridden a full liter bike in several years. I just traded in a Harley and a 749 Ducati. So it's been a while since I've had one. I've never had a bike with this much in the way of electronics. Slide control, wheelie control, ABS. All that stuff was always controlled really by pretty much your right hand and your right foot. So, and I'm still in braking, so keep that in mind. Oh great, more traffic. So, I mean, it's new, but I haven't really been able to push it too much to really get a feel for any of that stuff, like slide control. In a way, it's actually a little terrifying, the amount of power I know this thing has. I've been riding, well, so as of Saturday, it is now Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. Saturday I finally put it in B mode. Before that I had it in C mode. I rode it in C mode for a couple days. Yeah, it was in C for a couple days. Now it's in B. I have not put it in A mode. I just really don't, I mean, I figure there's not much point since I'm still in braking. And I'm not really supposed to rev it above 8,000, although, let's be honest, I have a little bit here and there. This thing is amazing. I love it. I love it. I kind of wanted a BMW S1000RR. I don't know why I got this instead. I went into the dealer. I had an R1. I used to have a 2004 R1, and I loved that bike. Admittedly, that bike was terrifying for me. It was also the first bike I ever wheelied, and wheelied by accident on top of that. So, oh yeah, then this has the auto blipper, upshifter, downshifter thing. I'm still having a hard time training my brain to not use the clutch lever, but so you might see me doing it and screaming in the comments that I don't have to, but I know this. It's just habit. Anyway, so I really wanted the BMW. I loved the M package, not the M1000. I mean, granted, I love that too, but I loved the S1000R with the M package. There was just something sexy, super sexy about the carbon fiber wheels. This R1 has blue wheels. They are not carbon fiber, they're, I think, magnesium. But oh man, it just looks fantastic. It really does. This is a sharp looking bike. I know people have been complaining about, oh, the headlights, blah, the headlights, oh, it looks like an alien. Yeah, shut up. Man, this thing is sexy. Super sexy. And I'm one of those people who rides with high beams on during the day, because this is Florida, and my shit could be neon pink, and oh, that didn't look good. Could be neon pink with lights all over the place. It could have a siren screaming like a freaking ambulance, and people still wouldn't see me. In Florida, people are just all around really poor drivers. So as I say this, as I weave in and out of traffic, they brake for no apparent reason. I mean, if you've ever driven in Florida, you know it's complete shit. So You spend half the time screaming at other people. And if you sit back and you're non-aggressive, a half-hour commute will take you an hour to get home unless you're aggressive. So, I don't know, where was I going with that? But, this color is beautiful. This bike is beautiful. I love the headlights. I don't care what you say. It's a matter of personal preference. I like it because during the day I'm riding with the high beams on and all 4 lights are lit. The DRLs, low beam, high beam. So it looks like it makes sense. At night, obviously, I would ride with the low beam on and you'd only have 3 lights. So that's kind of weird. But hey, whatever. I like it. You cannot argue about this color. I don't care if you hate blue. You will love this color. I am not sorry in the least that I got this over the BMW. I will say that if I had one gripe about it, which I'm sure is going to change with the next iteration, and since I bought it this year, it probably means that 2022 will be completely different. The dash, man, the dash it's not garbage. I mean, you can read it clear, it's vibrant, it's multicolored TFT, but man, if you've ever seen the BMW dash, that thing's a monster compared to this. It really is, like, size-wise, it's like double the size of this thing. And here's the thing, Yamaha, I don't understand. Why do we still need the little idiot lights to light up on the side? We have a digital display. We have had smartphones with giant screens forever. They tell us everything we need to know. We don't need idiot lights on our smartphone to tell us stuff. I don't need idiot lights on this dash, really. You could have made it so much bigger and better because it was bigger. You didn't need to make it like the size of a credit card. I also would like to point out that it has the accelerometer graph on the right hand side along with the braking graph. That's cool. I wish it saved, so like your maximums, like it left a little indication so that like I knew that I don't know, braked 90%, or that I accelerated 90% at some point. I wish it saved those points. I wish I would gladly trade those for a lean angle indicator like the BMW that saved my maximums. My maximum lean left, my maximum lean right. That would be so cool. I think that thing, that's one of the dopest additions on bikes these days, and I wish every bike had it. Of course, again, the 2022s will probably have everything I'm complaining about. The mirrors, so I came from a Ducati 749. Those mirrors were completely useless. I mean, you have to lift up your elbows way up in order to be able to see out those mirrors. These, at least I can get an idea of what's behind me. Maybe not directly behind me without looking under my arm, but I can still, like, it's not difficult. Like, it's not, I get some sort of idea of what's behind me. So I like the mirrors. They do vibrate. They do get some vibration when you get on it as you run up through the RPMs. It's not a super clear picture, but hey, whatever. It's a leader bike, man. It's gonna do that. And they're on stalks, so you know, I don't think I had that when I had my 916, but the mirror was tiny and it was in a giant plastic housing. If you've ever seen one, you know what I'm talking about. So it was relatively vibration resistant, but they weren't great mirrors. Like, they didn't really adjust a whole lot, and you couldn't really see a whole lot. They were way better than the 749, but again, they didn't provide you with the picture like these do. So take it or leave it. It's one of those things. They're mirrors. Most people are going to rip them off anyway and put in block out, so, you know, hey, whatever. I don't know what I'll do about it. If I'll keep them, I'll probably keep them. I don't really mind them. I like to be able to see behind me. I've had a Harley with tiny ass mirrors. I couldn't see Jabba the Hutt if he was right behind me, because the mirrors were so small. I don't like bar end mirrors because I don't like looking so far away from the road, especially when you're going as fast as you usually go on a leader bike. Again, personal preference. This thing turns in super nice, so we'll talk about that. Like, it just dips. It can almost read your mind. It's not very light. I think it comes in at 445, 450 wet. So it's not a light bike by any stretch of the imagination, but there's something about the balance. The balance of this bike is incredible. Again, coming from a 749 Ducati, had L-twin, so you had one cylinder that was jamming up under your butt. Actually, it was usually right about here, and it burned your leg off. Melted your skin. You never had hair on your legs. It was like you got a bikini wax just by riding the bike. But the balance on that, which I thought was pretty good. Everybody always talks about the handling, and I mean, my Ducati 916 and 748s handled amazing. But this thing, I don't know, man. I swear, it's like it reads your mind. Man, I wish I could just rip through this. But I gotta come to a stop. Okay, good. This thing just, oh man, it just turns so nice. It corners so well. I haven't pushed it really too much. I have, you know, I'm kind of trying to be careful. It's a new bike. RPMs, so I'm trying to manage the RPMs while cornering, and you know, so it's like I don't want to shift in corners. Oh god, I'm getting close to 8,000 RPMs. I need to shift, you know, that type of crap. But so anyway, it corners amazing. Sorry, I'm watching people, and I'm looking at RPMs, and I'm looking at gauges, and thinking about what I need to talk about. Anyway, the thing's beautiful. It's beautiful. It handles like a dream. It's just so sexy, and I love it. If you're looking at one, man, for the money, I know you can get a Honda CBR cheaper. Not the SP, obviously, but a CBR 1000 you can get cheaper, by a couple $100. But man, there's no comparison. There really isn't. I've ridden a CBR 1000 RR. There's no comparison. This bike is way better. It's in every way. Braking, yep, braking. Acceleration, yeah, they're probably pretty close. I don't know. Nobody's got a CBR. I can reel him in even if he gets a jump on me. So I think he might even have the edge in acceleration. He has a pipe on his. I don't. So I mean, but I can, even with his pipe, I can still reel him in. You can't beat that cross-plane sound. I'm still running stock exhaust. Hell, I still have the rear fender on here, all the little reflectors. I have all of it. I still have the sticker on the tank about fuel and crap or whatever is on it. I never even read it, to be honest with you. I still have that on it. And it's still, I mean, this is stock. And although my windscreen, my tinted windscreen is here today, I'll be putting that on. And I can reel in his CBR with his SC Project on it. So he does not have the headers. He's got the mid pipe, I think, the mid pipe in the can, and I can still reel him in. So I think it beats the Honda, man. It just does. It beats the Honda. What else? I mean, Ducati is the F4 or the V4 is more expensive. Talking about Hondas, and I'm saying F4. The V4 is way more expensive. It's a nice looking bike. I really like it. But I don't know if it's better than this, man. I don't know if, you know, $5 more money, $6 actually, because like 22.9 I think, and this is 17.4. Actually cheaper than the 2020s. I don't know if the Ducati's a better bike. I really don't. I've owned 3 Ducatis now. Granted, I've never owned a V4. 916, 748, 749 dark. Man, I don't know if it's a better bike for $6,000 more money. I really don't. And the BMW is $6,000. Now the BMW, I'm sure, I've never ridden one. I'm sure the BMW is probably a better bike. I'll be honest, it's probably better. Just the carbon fiber wheels. It has more. The electronics are better. They're like the best freaking electronics on a motorcycle ever. So I'm sure that's a better bike. $6,000 more money. Either way, this bike is, I'm never going to ride it to its fullest. I would never ride the BMW to its fullest, but the electronics would probably be pretty cool. The dash alone is, in my opinion, might be worth $6,000. I don't really know. I don't know, man. I love it. I love this bike. If you're thinking about getting a new R1, 2021 R1, man, you can't beat the bang for the dollar. You cannot beat the bang for the dollar. So smooth, corners like a dream. I don't know what else to say. I guess that's about it. All right, thanks.